sound in terms of, is it blown out at all, or all fine? Okay, cool, awesome. Okay, this is gonna take some. What's up, guys? Here we go. We are live. Ooh. There you go. It's fuzzy even if you lower the mic. Okay. Let me check. Check channel. Hold on one sec. Try this. Okay. Does that sound better? I think this is a new thing. That's pretty good. No, still not better. Son of a bot. Let me turn up. Okay. Is it gone? It's gone, yay! Okay, can you hear me though? Can you hear me? No more buzzing, buzz gone. Can you hear me though? Secret word buzz. Okay. Okay, we can't hear you though. Okay, can't hear me. Okay, hold on. Can you hear me now? That's okay. Okay, yes. Yes, hey! Hey! Is that the new egg? Yes. Thank you. Dang. Okay. Wow. Whew. That was a bit of a nightmare, yeah? Sorry about that, guys. We're going to bring this up so you guys can see. Welcome to the first ever episode of well, not the first. We've been here before, but the new episode of Robeytech. I am your host, Robey1 Kenobi. Welcome to a PC show that's basically dedicated to tech news, building, PC gaming, everything all on. Today we are celebrating a very, very special thing. Hold on, let me bring this in here. Oh, volume is still low. Okay, let me turn that up. Is that better? I'm turning up the volume there. That should be a lot better, yeah? Okay, awesome. Hold on, let me get my chat so I can see it. You guys, I think you guys want to see, I'll show you real quick here. I'm going to go to roaming so you guys can see the actual setup that I have here, because I basically just got this done. So I've been working on this all morning. So we're going to roaming here. Here's the roaming cam, so we can help make things show up a little bit easier. This is my setup. This is what I see. So there's chat right there. And then, of course, I got Streamlabs over there. And then if you go over here, you can see here's where all the lights and all that sort of stuff. And then we have all of the PC gear. And then this, for those may look familiar, this is the special edition Radeon build we did just the other day, all finished and complete, looking pretty. Here's our Radeon stuff. And then, of course, we're now going to the newest build here. Pretty good, yeah. We have a lot of no one cares. Killer Cole, what are you talking about? That's what you're here for. You're here to basically see all this stuff. So I want to say welcome first and foremost to the new channel. Today we are celebrating this, the launch of the Ryzen, new Ryzen Series 3. This is the 3900x. So I want a big shout out to AMD for hooking us up with this. And then of course we also got ourselves the new Radeon 5700XT. Woohoo! There it is right there. If I turn the box around, we got the new Radeon 5700XT. Special shout out to Newegg. Can we get some Newegg love in the channel real quick? Because number one, they are first and foremost the biggest sponsor for the show. We're going to be hanging out with them. They're going to be hanging out in channel. They are the ones who, outside of these parts, supplied all the parts for the PCs. And then also, don't forget, if you want to know the specs of the PC I am building, you can do ! Spec. It'll give you a whisper, link you to the Newegg wish list where you can see all of the parts we're going to be putting in the build that we're going to be giving away later on in the coming weeks. Now, right now, if you go to my Twitter, and I don't know if Blondie or somebody is one of my mods in the chat right now. There's a lot of people. Yeah, there you go. You guys are, some of you are, hey, Blondie, if you can do a link, there is a link in Twitter for the PC giveaway for the Apex build PC. If you want to go check that out, that is something we are giving away now. We have about 3 weeks before we're giving that away. If you want to go check that out, that is going to be happening as well. But before we get into that, I wanted to talk a little bit about some PC news. So let's switch over to news real quick. The newest stuff on Game Pass PC that was available. Oh, the mic's off. Oh, gosh. Let's add. Okay, never mind. We're gonna do this. Yeah, nice gift faith. Thank you very much, T-Lock. Yeah, talking about that, we had a couple things that we're gonna do that later. So no, I'm not muted. Forgot to add that to the scene, so we'll add that. We'll add that back. I'm back. You guys should hear sound now. Yes. You guys hear sound just fine now? Everything is fine. Yes. Okay, we'll do news later. We're running this live. We're figuring it all out. I forgot to add the mixer to the actual loop. So people wanted to know, how do you donate? There is actually a link down below where you can basically do donations. Those donations go right towards Mount Rainier support. And actually, if Blondie, if you want to go ahead and do that, you can do, I think it's !donate. It'll give you a link, and then you can do that donation, and we'll get that in. Also, we're trying to go for that super fatty high, now that we can do this, all of the stuff that you can go via your different, your Sparks. So we haven't actually had Sparks before on our channel with basically power build. So you guys can basically do your Sparks now for power. All the Sparks are going directly to supporting the channel, which then goes to things like your monthly sub. Now, if you're thinking about subbing, we have a very cool sub giveaway, because the other thing too is I hope you guys don't know this, but also I am now sponsored by Elgato as well. So the sub giveaway for the this month is 3 months of Xbox Game Pass and then a Stream Deck. So if you're thinking about subbing and you want to get on that, we're going to be drawing that winner on the 1st of August. So think about doing that sub. If you do a sub, you will also be entered to win a Stream Deck for your PC. Again, we're all about streaming and PC here, so we're going to be giving away a Stream Deck with our giveaway as well. Let's talk about the Ryzen 3 series and the 5700XT. Has anybody checked out any of the specs I don't think the build info button works. Okay, Newegg, I'll get that fixed. If you do, Newegg, one thing they can do is you do !spec Newegg, it shows up there. Sorry, Dragon Slayer, we're giving that out throughout the things. Yeah. So Newegg, I'll get that button fixed, and then we'll have that for the next one. But Andrew, it's actually, I also put it in the, if you do !spec, it'll be there as well. Oh, thank you very much, Narco. Guys, for the other thing too is that who has seen the latest info on the new Ryzen 3 series and the Radeon? So talking about this gaming-wise, this has been pretty impressive. So for a while, the competition has been between the Intel i9, the boys in blue and the boys in red have been in a nice competition now for quite a while, and then a lot of people have been kind of waiting for stuff to kind of come out of the red camp for a while, and finally if we feel like we have some actual competitor things. Now, all things being considered, we've been doing our share of benchmarking here at Robeytech. We'll be sharing those on the next episode because we've been basically playing. Again, we don't have a ton of stuff, but what we have been able to show is that for the most part, if you're still thinking about a gaming specific PC rig, the way that you think of a gaming specific PC rig is this is still the CPU to beat. But again, when we're talking about multi-core threaded processor, if you are a streamer, specifically if you are a content editor, then the new Ryzen 3rd Gen CPUs are the choice for you. Again, we have the new Intel KS that's be coming out a little bit, the 3900KS, that'll allow you to overclock on all of the individual cores. It'll be coming out a little bit later, but this just launched this Sunday, and so far PC benchmarks and everything have been great. Specifically around that, which has been super rad. So it's great to see when you talk about it, price around this is about $489. I think you can get it right now. Newegg, I think Newegg is $489. I don't know if you could take a look at that real quick, Blondie, and just let me know what the price is on Newegg. And then again, this is $499. We also have the 3700X and the i7-9700K, which is the other, like, kind of their lower game end ones. Again, the guys from Red are coming in a little bit less expensive, and for the most part actually showing up to be very, very close in terms of overall performance. So it is an exciting time to be working and playing here in the PC industry because, again, we have two really great competitors that are available and doing it for us, and competition always makes things look good. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when we see the KS. Of course, we'll do a build on that, and then right now, today, we're going to be doing a Radeon build in our very fancy with our new 3900X here. So that's going to be super awesome. I don't know, check on which part. I'm just wondering what the price is on the i9-9900K. Now, let's talk about the new graphics card that also launched, and this is the 5700XT. When we look at specs for this is the equivalent of a 2070 or even looking at the 2070 Super. Specs for this have been super good as well. Again, lower price point than the 2070 Super. And then in terms of performance, coming in right at around a 2070. We'll be doing some additional benchmarks here on Robeytech, basically checking that out. But in terms of price per dollar, this is actually a pretty amazing card. Again, missing RTX, so if you're looking at ray tracing, this is something that's obviously missing. But from a 1440, if you're doing it 1440 or 1980 by 1920 by 1080, again, this is a really great card. In terms of specs and performance, this has been really good as well. Both of these parts will be going into the build that we're going to be starting today, which is going to be super great. Oh, and then again, I think we just had a sub. So I'm sorry. Oh, that was a resub. So thank you, Rem, for that resub. And then we'll be doing secret word. There we go, right there. So the 9900K. I don't know I can't see the price because I can't click on it right now. All in all, both very, very cool. We're going to get started and putting a PC together for this today. So let's talk about the other parts that are going in this. So we'll stick this off to the side. So here is our GPU, our CPU, and again, we're going to be giving this PC away later on in the coming months. We have some other PCs that are coming first, including the Apex build that you can check away by checking that Twitter link, which we'll link throughout the actual show. Let's talk about the parts that we're putting in the build today. And I'm pretty excited about this. I wanted to, again, we're doing something that's very black and red themed. So again, we're using a lot of Asus ROG parts. One of the things I thought would be super fun is the ROG Ryujin 360. Again, this has got your Aura Sync compatible, and then showing some of the other things on the back. This actually has a working LED that you should be able to see right here, which shows things like temperatures right on the all-in-one liquid cooler. So this is going to be our AIO. It's a 360, so we got lots of cooling potential here. And again, haven't got to work a lot with the Asus ROG stuff, so I was pretty excited to actually get some use out of this and actually build something with a new part. So this is actually going to be our all-in-one cooler in the PC. And again, that uses 320 millimeter fans. Let's talk about the fans we're putting on this. Of course, you know my favorite. If you've been watching, a big fan of power builds, we love the maglev fans from Corsair. Hey, thank you very much for just the, thank you, Bocus, for the sponsorship. Also, again, and everybody else, we're just going to go through these parts. Also, thank you again for those embers. You guys are all being amazing. Again, we're working for that 5 million, towards those 5 million sparks. And then everything else. Guys, this people are asking, is this a giveaway? This is one of the PCs we will be giving away later on. This is the PC that we're going to be specifically building today. The PC we're giving away, we'll get a link to that up. That'll be running pretty regularly. It just went live over on Twitter. And then if we can get that link every once in a while, Blondie, that would be awesome. There you go. There's the link right there. If you check out that, it's the link for the actual Apex giveaway. We'll be doing the secret word, and then again, have to do those follows. You have to be following the channel, and you have to be following me on Twitter, as well as Newegg and Watch Mixer as well. So we should see some good growth out of that. Again, fans that we're going to be putting on this Asus ROG is we're going to be putting ML120s and ML140 fans. Again, these are the maglev levitation RGB high static pressure fans that we're going to be putting on here. We're going to be using that to basically do the coloring for the black and red. So those are our fans right there. And then for power supply, PSU, we're going to have some fun with this as well. Another Asus ROG part. Again, we're doing black and red, so we wanted to make sure it was black and red themed, having AMD and ROG in here. Again, this is their 850 watt platinum power supply. Another really super awesome, we've got that LED that basically shows what your power draw is at the time that you're pulling, which is great. Again, supported with Aura Sync, so we'll be able to easily sync these two. And then, of course, we'll use IQ for the other lighting. And then for our motherboard, sticking with the Asus ROG theme, we're using a new 570 motherboard here. So this is our ROG Crossfire 8 Hero Wi-Fi that we're going to be using. In terms of, this is an X570 build, which we'll do a quick pop quiz. What is it that X570 supports that is new with the new 3rd gen Ryzen? Can I get some answers in there? What do we got? Anybody? What is new with X570? What is the newest thing? My face. Thanks. There we go. PCIe 4. Static Flyer, you lose. Fabs and Fitch, thank you very much. That's right. We got PCIe 4, which means we're going to be putting a PCIe 4 M.2 in here from our big friends at Corsair, which will be super awesome. So not only will you have the latest and greatest in terms of AMD CPU and AMD graphics card, but we will also be putting in the fastest M.2 that you can totally get in the market with, if you are lucky enough to pull this off. Other thing that's in here is that, again, this also includes Wi-Fi. It's got 2 PCIe 16 slots, which is great. It's got 1 PCIe at Type 4 versus Type 8. We got multi-GPU support. Again, we've got USB 3 Gen 2, plus you've got 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2. So you've got a lot of connectivity in the back. We'll show you that in the board, and we'll be building with this as well. But yeah, look at that connectivity right there. That's pretty ridiculous, the number of USB ports. So there is our motherboard. Ba-dow. Again, I told you, because we have to build with the best. Right here, we've got that PCIe 4, the new MP600, the M.2 SSD from Corsair that we're going to be putting into this amazing motherboard. So you're going to get super fast load speeds. We're going to be using this as an OS drive. And then, of course, we're going to be using a normal SSD and 860 Evo drive, which I'll show you here in a minute for our game drive. Now check this out. The write speeds on a PCIe 3 is a little over 3 gigs. I don't know if you can see that really up close there, but you're looking at 4.2 gigs per second in terms of write speed on that bad boy, which is ridiculously powerful. And so that is going to be super amazing. Again, crazy super fast, and I'm pretty excited about using these for the first time. And that heatsink on there is nuts. So I don't even think we're going to be able to put like the normal heatsink. This thing is going to be showing regardless. So there is our M.2. RAM. Well, of course, we can't go small. So we got 64 gigs of Corsair Dominator Platinum. This is 3600 megahertz, which is one of the things that's super awesome about Ryzen is Ryzen gets a big benefit off of faster RAM. So again, we'll be using an activating XMP when we get this build actually finished. Again, this has got that addressable RGB, so it's going to look super smexy when we actually get this all in. Again, the whole theme for the build will be red and black. So we want to make sure this looked nice and good. If you remember I'm trying to think which build we put this in. I know we put this in another one of the builds, but this is the second build we've actually got to use the Dominator in, which has been pretty awesome. So we're pretty super excited about that. We haven't done, okay guys, so yeah, Corsair with AMD build. Why is that not interesting? We have a lot of support from Corsair in terms of AMD. And again, guys, I'm trying to pay attention right now. We just have a lot of people who are following, which is amazing, and that's great. But we're trying to answer questions and stuff like that. And again, for giveaways, we're going to be giving this away later on. Again, if you pay attention to Blondie, you'll see that stuff basically pop up. I apologize. It looks like my interactive didn't work. So that's actually all supposed to be buttons. Again, if you want to get the PC specs for all this stuff, again, do !spec, and you'll get the PC spec plus the Newegg wish list, which will give you all of the information in terms of what it is that you're going to be getting. Now, for those of you who are curious, are there additional giveaways on today's show? There are absolutely additional giveaways that we'll be giving away on today's show. We've got 2 Newegg $25. We might do 3. We got 2 or 3 Newegg gift cards that we're going to be giving away over the course of the show. And then also, we have a nice 3-month of Xbox Game Pass, which will then convert to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which will be giving you that PC Game Pass stuff. So those are going to be 4 things that we're going to be giving away over the course of the next 2 hours. So you're going to want to stick around. And then, of course, we've also got our first secret code that you'll want for the PC giveaway that we'll be giving later on. So let's just recap for you what you're going to get in the next 1 hour and 28 minutes. You're going to get your chance to win one of either 2 or 3 Newegg gift cards. You're going to get your chance to basically walk away with 3 months of Xbox Game Pass. You're going to get your secret code for your chance to win that $4,000 Threadripper Apex PC that we built on Power Builds that we'll be giving away in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And you get to watch me build build a cool PC. You get to ask questions about the PC build. You get to see all this amazing tech. And we'll get to talk about some PC news as well. You know what? One thing I kind of forgot, because I kind of feel like we have a lot of new people here. So before I get too far into this again, and I'm kind of surrounded by all this tech, let me introduce myself. Because I didn't even do that. I was so excited to just kind of get started and start playing with these toys that I forgot to tell you who I am. Hi, guys. My name is Robey1 Kenobi. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Robeytech. I am a mixer partner, but I am also the director of player voice for 343. So I work at Microsoft specifically. I have been building custom PCs for over a decade. For those of you who used to watch Power Builds, which was a Mixer original programming show, I used to co-host that with Brenda Dactyl, and it was sponsored by Newegg. Since then, Newegg has decided to sponsor this channel. This is the first kind of special episode that we're doing in honor of AMD and their new launch for their Ryzen 3rd-gen CPUs and their 5700XT and their 5700 series graphics cards that just came off. This will not be the normal time for the show. We're still working on that. This will happen on a weekly basis. You can also catch me on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Mondays playing Master Chief Mondays, where I play some sort of Halo game, usually with Brendan Laurie. And then on Thursdays and Fridays with Jez Corden, where we basically play PC games or Division or Xbox games. So that's kind of my weekly schedule. in terms of you can follow me at Robey1Kenobi. I know a lot of people are probably doing that now given all of the stuff that's happening here with the PC giveaway. This show is dedicated to tech news, which I would have, and I want to give a big shout out to Josh, who did all the work for that, but because I forgot to actually add the sound to the theme, we're not going to be able to run that today, so we'll save that for the next episode. And then, of course, to Newegg, because this was all kind of put together and I've been working on this, we added the interactive. So there's a couple kinks to work out as we get ready for this. For donations, people are asking about the donations. I am actually summoning Mount Rainier in a little over a month, and I'm taking donations to basically help with the support for that. So if you want to donate, there's a donate. Basically, you can just do !donate to figure out how that was. There's also a link in the channel description below. And then outside of that, we're basically PC building. I'm trying to pay attention to chat, so if people have questions, all that sort of stuff. And then, of course, you can always try and do those Spark donations. Spark donations always go to help us. And then again, if you're thinking about subbing, the sub giveaway, and you can just hit that sub button up in the the bottom right there below. The sub giveaway for the month of August is an Elgato Streamlab, or you can choose that, or you can choose 1 year of Xbox Game Pass. So if you're a Xbox gamer, you get to choose Game Pass. If you're a PC person and wanting to do streaming, you can choose the Stream Deck. So both of them about retail around the same price. So that is the month of August. We'll be drawing that in the month of August. There you go. I actually got it out. Newegg, what'd you think? What'd you think? I had to kind of get it started. I forgot to kind of tell everybody who I was, and I apologize about that. I wanted to make sure that you're going in there. Now, who dis Stream Deck exactly? Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and keep going. I was talking a little bit about the build. Let's talk about some other things we're putting in this. So we talked about RAM. We talked about hard drive. Oh, game drive. How could I forget that? Well, of course, we're going to, hey, thank you so much for the, oh, whoa, dude. Thank you for that tip, Rem. $100, man. That's huge. Super big thank you for that and getting that started. That's going to go right towards that. Again, guys, let's talk about this. So this is our 860 Evo. This is your game drive. We're going to be basically, this is where we're going to have all your games for basically doing your game installation. We're doing 2 terabytes, which gives you plenty of room for games. So basically that's going to be our SSD. So again, OS drive is our MP5, our M.2, our PCIe 4 M.2, and then for game drive, we're putting in normal SSD. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting other things. Well, I got to talk about case, and we'll do that here in a minute. And then, of course, I've been a super big fan of these. Again, with red and black, we went ahead and did with Asian Horse again. These are red-themed custom cables, custom cable extensions. We'll open these up so you guys can take a look at these. Really impressed with the quality of these themselves. So these are our custom cables that we'll be putting for our overall theming. So this build should come out really sick. And then, of course, not only do we have this, but we will also have our super talented Josh Nosko, who those of you who may remember him from Power Builds, will be doing the custom graphics on the PC that we'll do with the giveaway. So not only will this stuff be color and themed via cables, but we'll also have custom graphics that we will be having on there as well, which should make it look super rad. So I am super excited about what we have here. Now, let me put all this stuff away real quick so we can show you guys the case, because we got a lot of fans and all that sort of stuff. So just bear with me for a second as I kind of place these things back so they'll be easily reachable. We get later on, put the RAM over here, putting our AIO back here. I'm excited to build with this. Put our SSD. Oh, and of course, I almost forgot. How could I? We'll be putting everything on Windows 10 Pro. We're putting this all in Windows 10 Pro, so you also get a copy of Windows 10 Pro. Not only do you win the PC, but the PC will actually be set up and ready to go right out of the box when you get it. So you'll just be able to pop that open. You'll have that Robeytech logo and Robeytech love right there, and then, of course, it'll have an OS installed as well. And I forgot to mention, not only do you walk away with an amazing PC if you end up winning this PC, but on the PC that we'll be giving away, because of the sponsorship of Elgato, this will also include an HD 60 Pro, and it will also include, if you win, a Elgato Stream Deck. Because even though this stream is powered by Newegg, it is streamed by Elgato. And so Elgato, thank you so much for your shout out from Elgato, who will be helping us and giving us all the parts to basically give that stuff away. So you will win the PC plus these parts when you go for the AMD build. For the Apex PC that is currently the current giveaway, that is not in place. But this will be for new builds coming specifically off Robeytech. Okay, so let's keep putting this stuff away. Motherboard and PSU. Okay, so let's talk about case. So we're gonna put this down a little bit, get the case down a little bit here. Actually, we don't have to. Yeah, let's go and put this down a little bit. And then I'm gonna have to work on my. One thing I'm gonna have to do is work on my height stuff. Okay, so there we go. Case is there. We'll put there's our power supply, and of course, I'm a huge fan of this case, but just given, I love the matte black look. Everything in this PC build is going to be going in the Fantex Evolve X black. Again, this has that super sexy LEDs in the front, so this will be the case that we're basically going to be building everything in. So this is the case that this PC build will be going in. Again, we'll have those three 140s in the front, the 140s in the back, and then the three 120s on the top. So it'll be nice and lit. Plus, obviously, I love the cable management in this. This is a beautiful case. So huge fan, and shout out to basically to Fantex for hooking us up with this, and of course Newegg for all of the individual parts. So we have some really great stuff that we're going to be building in here. So that is our PC build. Who's ready to actually get started building PCs, or do you want to take a couple seconds and ask some questions? And again, if you guys want to know those specs, exclamation point spec, that'll give you, ooh, what's that? Oh, somebody just did, hey, Bocus, thank you so much for that subscription. You're in for that at the end of the month for that sub giveaway of a amazing, awesome Stream Deck that we'll be giving away at the end of the time. In terms of people, hey, what's up? Can we get a shout out to Josh? There's No Scope right there, Nursker, who did all of the stuff for the news that I didn't show today, and of course is doing all of our custom designs in terms of vinyling and stuff like that. So he's in the channel as well. Let's give some Newegg love as well. They're in the channel, again, biggest sponsor, and then of course Elgato love, who are also a massive sponsor of this. So we got a lot going on. Again, guys, trying to get to that 5 million mark on Sparks. So make sure that you throw out those Sparks. And then let's go ahead and get some building. Now, does anybody, before we get going, anybody have any questions? We talked a little bit about how these were performing in terms of benchmarks. We'll be showing a little bit more of that next week, just to basically kick it off, and then we'll do news as well. Yeah, Josh is here. Yeah. And then you see 3 different CPUs. Yes, well, of course, this is a tech show. Of course you see different CPUs. Some of these back here, we've got the AMD 50th anniversary, their Ryzen 7. This was actually signed by their CEO. I've always been a big fan of Threadripper. I have a couple Threadripper builds myself. We've got the i9-9900K back here. And then I think we got another Threadripper back there. Guys, it's a PC build. It's PC. We got to have parts, man. We got to have parts and rep them all, because this is how things go. And then again, you guys just hit Blondie. Blondie will continue to dude, Tiano, thank you very much for that subscription. And then Blondie will continue to link that giveaway thing so you know where that giveaways are. Make sure you're following the channel. If you want to be entered to win, following the channel is going to put you in for that giveaway, as well as following me on Twitter, following Newegg on Twitter, and following Watch Mixer on Twitter, all of that stuff. But who's ready for some PC builds? Come on, let's get some PC build hype in the channel. Who is ready to build some PCs? Come on, guys. Anybody excited? And yes, there will be giveaways. Yes, we're going to be doing giveaways. You know what? I don't know. One sec. I have all of these PCs. How many PCs does it take to run a channel? Apparently 5. So we'll do a PC giveaway in just a couple. We'll do our first card giveaway here pretty soon. Yeah, there we go. We got some PC hype in the channel. Let's go with it going from there. Okay. So let's talk about angles here. We got a couple different angles. We got our top-down angle here. So this is the one that you'll basically be checking. Ooh, look at that. It's our top-down angle. This will be the best one in terms of watching us basically build it. So that's going from there. And then if this doesn't work for our basically overall building, of course we've got a roaming cam as well. This is basically allowing you to just basically, for me to move around and show you kind of the stuff that I'm going at. We're actually going to add a 4th camera. We actually have it right here. We just haven't been able to put it in here. We're going to have a fourth camera that we're going to set up back here so you can get that nice back shot because I've been working on my flectoids in the back, so we're going to be showing that. So we got lots of angles, so we got a lot to place, and then we got the chopper cam, which I couldn't figure out, so I'm going to have to get Josh in here to help me get some of those tech things set up. I miss you, Josh. I miss you, buddy, and what you did for our awesome show. But let's get started on this. So with any PC, you got to start off with your motherboard. And again, we have a super amazing motherboard here. Wow, 37 players already hitting that ball. Having a good time there. Thank you so much for the whoever did that in terms of hooking us up with those 200,000 sparks. That is much appreciated. Again, we're trying to get to 5 million, if not 50 million, because we all love you. More angles. Yes, we need more angles. Again, we're using this raw Corsair 8, their new X570 board. This is for the Ryzen 3rd generation. I'm going to let this go by, and then let's 10 million. People say 10 million. Thank you, Brenna. Hey, Brenna. Newegg, look who's in the channel. We got Newegg wants to come say hi. We got Brenna in the channel. It's come to, for those of you who don't know, former co-host with me over on Power Builds. We're just going to have a quick moment of silence for that show because it was super one of my favorites. Here we go, guys. Yeah, let's get this. Let's do this. Okay, we're just going to go back to this. Before we get to building, we got lots of time. Can we get a press F? Let's do F to pay respects for the fine folks over at Power Builds. Fangirl Brennan #1 in the house. Let's get some press F in there. Just getting that going. That made me sad. Everybody misses Brennan. We'll have to have her as a guest on the show. Guys, almost forgot to mention, we will also be having on a weekly basis, we'll be having mixer partners who will be, when I am doing things in PC builds, my plan is to actually have them in the top left playing games. So we'll be featuring a bunch of different mixer partners over the course of the show, specifically PC gaming mixer partners. And then, of course, we'll actually have some guy calling in and giving us updates and stuff in terms of what they are on tech as well. So we got some really good stuff going on. But as I promised, man, look at all these people still hitting the ball. Okay, we're just going to keep going. Let's keep going. We're going to RAW. We're going to Crosshair. We're going to go in there and let's pop this open. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this motherboard. Here, let's do a little zoom in. I'll take this off so it's not as glary. But this is one of the new 570 motherboards right here. Let's get this. Here we go. We'll zoom in a little bit where we can so you guys can basically see this really nicely. Look at that board. Look at that board. Is that not smexy? We are having, this is I'm trying to give you some of those tech porn moments that sometimes you don't get, but this is one of the brand new X570 boards. Again, you're looking at, this is our slot for our CPU. We're going to be putting our Dominator RAM here. We're going to have to figure out, I think we're going to have to put our M.2, our PCIe 4 M.2. You know what? I need to check where that's at because I'm hoping both of these are all PCI. We might have to take this off because, again, if you look at this, it's got that super fatty cooler on the top of it, which is not going to go underneath here. So we'll have to take a look at that and figure out what we're going to have to do in terms of putting that in. So we'll figure that here in a minute. And then again, we'll have to make sure that I'm curious if this actually has an I.O. shield. Okay, so you won't have to remind me this time. This does actually have an I.O. shield. Look at you guys, 200 hits. Way to go. Ballers, I'll tell you. Ballers with your, there we go. So ballers with that. Okay, so let's get our CPU in. So again, we'll get this up there. Let's go ahead and switch over to CamLink and let's open up our CPU. Now, the other thing that's super cool about the Ryzen is that for the price, I think it's $499 retail right now on Newegg. One of the big differences between this and the i9 9900K is that this actually includes a cooler. So in terms of overall price, when you're talking about a lot of times when you buy a new CPU, that CPU also has to include a cooler. Hey, by the way, Brenna, if you're still here, look what I have that we should have had on the show a long time ago. A knife. It comes in so handy, I'll tell you. Makes a big difference. This is the 3900x that we're showing here right now. So again, we're going to open this bad boy up. There we go. Oh, I didn't take my time with the unboxing. There we go. Oh, I always want to sing Halo music, but then again, I work on Halo, so there we go. We're going to basically open that up. There you go. And then there it is. Right here on the top, this is our Ryzen 3900x. We'll go to top-down one so you can just basically look. So this is how it was basically sitting in the package right there. It was just sitting down like nice like that. And then you can basically take that out. Now, I was telling you guys, the thing that's super nice about this that's included is that you also get this AMD RGB cooler with the overall, with the CPU, which, I mean, depending on what this is, again, it's RGB, so it's usually a little bit pricey, but stuff like this, I mean, this can be, depending on what you get, but overall, very nice cooler, which, you know, that saves you 40, 50 bucks for something in terms of same quality. You got that really nice fan, again, in terms of color, you got RGB support and all that sort of stuff, but that actually comes with the CPU. Now, if you look at the 3900K, which does not. So that's something else when you're thinking about overall which CPU you might buy. Something else you may want to consider when you buy a CPU is that AMD actually includes a built-in air cooler. So just something worth considering when you think about this stuff. Okay, so we can put that away. We got our cooler and stuff like that. We'll put this over here. Put this on top of this one. So there we go. We got our Ryzen 7 and our Ryzen 9. Look at that. Look at that beautiful little picture there. We got it nice and set up. You guys can't see. That's too bad. Okay, put that off to the side. And again, we're going to go to top down here and put this CPU in. Okay, so when you think about, it's a little bit different on a Ryzen versus a Intel. So you have to look again for the little corner. You want to line this up. It's marked on here. Intel, they always end up going up and down. Ryzen are usually on the side. So basically popping this up. Hey, what's up, everybody? I just want to say hi. So basically popping this up. And then like this, the difference is that on a Ryzen CPU, they go sideways, not, they go, horizontal versus vertical in terms of their alignment. So there we go. CPU is installed. Look at that. Do you feel the power of what we just accomplished? It's, you've already got it. Who feels the power? Who feels the power? No, nobody feels the power. Wow. Like, I can't believe you guys don't feel the power. So people are like genuinely distressed about that stuff. Whoa, Dextrous Meme, thank you so much for that sub. You are entered to win that sub-only giveaway of either a 1-year Xbox Game Pass code or a Stream Deck. So either one of those, it's up to you. You feel something, I bet you do, Game of Adam. Okay, let's go to the next part. Again, we're putting in this Dominator 64 gigs of 3600 megahertz RAM. This has all the addressable RGBs, which is great. We're going to be doing probably either red and white or red. I really like the look of this. It was actually Brenna Dactyl who got me pretty much into these particular ones. I think we got another sub. And then again, thanks so much. I'm poor. It's okay. It's okay. You can always do. Oh, look at that. Rem giving a sub to Josh. Dude, thank you so much for that. And again, if you guys want to, you can also donate to helping me climb Mount Rainier. Just 100, just a little bit of bucks, $2-3, all that sort of stuff. We're on our way to raising that $1,200. Man, another sponsor. I don't know what the sponsor. Does anybody know what sponsored means? It says big show just sponsored. I think that's new. I've just switched to Streamlabs, so I'm trying to understand what that means. It means a sub. Okay. Awesome. What somebody was saying, Platinum, Dominator Platinum. So this is Dominator Platinum. What are you talking about? Oh, Dominator Platinum is better. I thought it was like, Josh, what are you talking about? This is Dominator Platinum. Okay, so here we go. We got Dominator Platinum, again, RGB. We use a lot, in our particular build, we use a lot of the Dominator Pro versus the Dominator Platinum. So this just means it's got that nice fatty heat sink. So we'll put this down, shift this over to the side, and then we'll open up our RAM here real quick with our fancy little knife that Brenna kept asking for on the other one. So there we go. Go ahead and get that open. There we go. Put our little knife away. Let's go back to top down and get this bad boy installed. What do you guys think of the camera? Do you think the camera angles actually help? So your just ability to kind of see what's going on? I think so. I think like this helps a lot. Is there a video? You can actually check out a video at mixer.com/powerbuilds. There's a video there. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Power Builds is supposed to be hosting me. I think they forgot. I forgot to do that because we're trying to get the Power Builds crowd over here. So that's too bad. I forgot to get that squared away. We'll have to do that for the next time. I like the top down. Good. I'm glad that people are trying. Again, we're trying to do a good job of giving you guys insight into what we're actually doing. So now, if you're going to, we're going to be filling all the RAM slots here. But again, if you were only going to fill 2, make sure that you get that dual channel effect. The one thing you're going to definitely want to check is to make sure that where you're going to put your RAM. In this case, we're going to be filling all 4, but usually it's 1 and 3 or 2 and 4 is how you get that dual channel effect. Not such a big deal. I mean, you do obviously want the dual channel. Hey, Crimson, thank you so much for that, for the Ember giveaway there. That's awesome. You are top of the Ember board, I think, right now. And then on top of having these, you want a dual channel effect, but I think what really matters is if you're using like an X399 or working with Threadripper or X499 with Intel, again, you have that 128 gigs where you have to care a whole lot more in terms of making sure all your sticks are dual channel. Now, when you install this, you see that little notch right there. You just need to make sure that lines up nicely, like so. And then just pop it on in. And then you want to make sure there's a nice solid click. And there we go. Just like that, we have 8 gigs installed. Okay, it's 2 cards, not a single massive card. I remember my first piece of broke the RAM. Ooh, yeah, dynamics. Yeah, you got to be careful. I mean, the thing is like nowadays, how long ago did you build that? Yeah, and we'll be doing that. Why are you building in the cardboard? So one of the people asked this for cardboard. Again, you can build on a bench, but the big thing is just to keep it on a nice anti-static location. Again, I have the same thing here with an anti-static mat, but this is just a little bit safer in terms of building in there. So that's why I do that. And again, if you're not getting answers from me, I'm going to talk about this. You can always whisper RemAG, who is another big, another mixer partner, another big PC builder. So if I'm not responding because I miss questions, make sure you feel free to whisper Rem. He can always also help answer those questions as well. So we're going to put in the other 4 slots here real quick. And just like that, there we go, 16 gigs. Look at this, more power. Infinite ultimate power. We're just getting all the power installed here. More RAM equals more power. Thanks again for all of those follows, guys. We're on our way to 14,000. We're just crushing it right now. There we go, 32 gigawatts, there we go. Okay, so somebody asked, what advice would you give a noob who wants to build their own PC? To be honest, a couple things. Checking out streams like this is always a great idea. I also have some really big friends of mine who are in the industry. You could look at Bitwit Kyle, Jace 2 Cents, Linus, and then Paul's Hardware. There's a great YouTube channels, again, for just basically going and watching the how-tos, which is always a lot of fun. They do really good job in terms of breaking down and showing you how they basically build PCs. And then from there, like I said, reaching out and finding other people's in the community basically help you out. We are going to be, so on the 15th, I'll be doing a special stream here, basically walking through what we consider a budget build. We have some pretty awesome stuff coming out from Newegg. They're going to be doing a big sale here on the 15th, and I'll be doing a stream to just kind of show through what a budget build might look like. So yeah, you can always check out streams like that, and I'll try and set aside some streams just to answer questions as well. But yeah, hanging out here, asking your questions, always down to help people. I've helped quite a few people. Also reaching and DMing me on Twitter is another great example. If I have the time and I can get to you, I will reach out and try and help you as any way I can. So again, we're still just kind of popping this RAM in, getting it, making it look good. You can already tell that this is going to be a ridiculously awesome looking build. Look at it, look at how clean. I mean, it just looks so clean. It's just so pretty. I love this new RAM that they had. I mean, it's not new, but it's relatively new, and we're really excited when they finally announced this. The Pro RAM looks ridiculous, but I love this segmented look, so I think it's going to be like that. Eternal made it right before the end of the stream. What are you talking about? We still have an hour, Eternal. We got lots of time. Yeah, I love the casing, like the thick just casing around the RAM right here, so it's going to look super good. So go in there like that. And there we go. Okay, awesome. So there we go. We got 4 sticks of RAM right there. And again, guys, make sure you check out following the channel, and then also there's going to be links you'll see here. Oh, just joined in. So this is the Dominator Platinum RGB Pro, 64 gigs of 3600 megahertz RAM from Corsair. So this is a nice new one. For those of you just joining us, welcome to new, awesome, Channel 1 hosting for another 2,000 viewers. Welcome all of you guys, for all the people from Channel 1. We are currently building a new PC. If you follow, basically, oh my gosh, I just brain farted. Blondie, would you mind linking? We are giving away an Apex PC right now. Let's take a step back. Breathe, Robey. Take a moment. Take a moment. Welcome to Robeytech, for those of you guys who are just joining. I am your host. I am Robey1 Kenobi. For those of you who may recognize me from the Halo world, I am the director of player voice over at 343, working on Halo Infinite. I am also the former co-host of Power Builds with Brenadactyl. Power Builds has since ceased, and Newegg and Elgato and those folks have decided to support the channel here. This is Robeytech. Robeytech is a show dedicated to PC news, PC gaming, and of course PC building. Blondie, if you want to go ahead and do a link for that right now. Blondie is going to put a link in there real quick for those of you guys who want to check out the current PC giveaway that we are doing, the Apex build. You want to stick around. We're going to be giving away 2 or 3 Newegg $25 gift cards. We're also going to be giving away 3 months of Xbox Game Pass. You know what? Actually, let's do that now. Let's give away $25 gift card to Newegg. Let's have this stop locking up on me. So we'll do that giveaway now. So let's set up the giveaway here. Okay, so again, the giveaway item is $25 to Newegg, a $25 Newegg gift card. You got to be following the channel to be eligible to win. Then we see, let's say command. The command will be Newegg, will be the enter command, and we'll total time, we'll run this for 2 minutes. And then you just have to do a claim. Let's see how this goes. Okay, here we go. Running the giveaway, $25 Newegg is good. Do exclamation point Newegg. There you go to enter. You got to be following the channel to be eligible to win. Also, you got to be following the channel to be eligible to get that amazing, to be entered to win that amazing PC. And we will continue to go. So doing that exclamation point Newegg, make sure you're following the channel. And then again, for those of you who don't know, the sub giveaway for this month is the Stream Deck. So that's the sub giveaway for the month of July, or a 1-year Xbox Game Pass code. Make sure that you're doing the sub, so that'll be drawn in August. And then the last thing is that I'm trying to climb Mount Rainier, and I'm trying to get together, so I'm looking for support for that. So if you do those donations, that's happening right now. So that's all the stuff happening on Robeytech. Lots of stuff. Hang out, stay in the channel. We're going to be continuing to build. We just got our RAM in. Let's go ahead and move on to our M.2. So we're going to do some peels here. Peel. Okay, well, we're going to do some peels, but then I realized I need to take off some stuff here real quick. So we're going to grab our handy dandy iFixit screwdriver and get this open. There we go. It's nice and big. Oh, that one came out. Let's not lose that bad boy. Now again, I've never seen one of these. It looks like there's actually a fan down here. Look at this. Look at that. We got a fan down here for this. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. And then again, we're going to finish getting this M.2. Now, it looks like I can actually install this and not put on this plate, which I may have to do. So there we go. And then, so this is our M.2 right here. And then if we needed to, we can actually just put this across and have that just sit like that on top of it, which is pretty awesome. Which I thought that was great that Asus had thought of that, which is great. Awesome. I need your attention. Kalika, what's up, Kalika? How we doing, guys? Did we do the, has a guy been winning? We got 40 seconds left, guys. Currently, we got quite a few people entered. So make sure that you're going. We got 42 seconds left, and to basically get your entry in. We'll check out the final product. Can't wait. See you soon. Hey, AMD, thank you very much. Oh, my gosh, you were in the channel. Sorry, I totally missed that. Thank you for hanging out and being with us. Make sure you stay in here. We got much more giveaways, and then, of course, AMD popping in and out. We can't wait to see you either. Man, can we get some AMD love in the channel? That was awesome. Always love the AMD love at that point in time. Okay, let's get this open here. Okay, right now what we're doing is we're opening up our PCIe 4.0 M.2 from Corsair. Again, this is new. The only way to use these particular things is if you have a 4th gen, an X570 board from the 3rd gen Ryzen. So again, these write at 4+ gigabits per second. So these are incredibly fast M.2 drives. And it shows because it's got the super fat heat sink on it. Check this bad boy out. Look at that. That is fast. Now, if you are a content creator, this is where you are going to notice a lot of differences in terms of your ability to just scrub and stuff like that. And that's the other thing, too, that's really nice about this particular CPU is the performance when basically doing scrubbing with multiple clips at like 2x or 8x, right? We're talking about less dropped frames on stuff like this. And again, you're still getting that super good on par, almost near on par to a 3900K PC power as well. So we got a lot of stuff going on here. Okay. So there we go. The winner is, did it call a winner? There it goes. Okay. There we go. Where we go. Okay, so congratulations. There we go. You got that spec there. That is the SSD. What do you mean rigged? And guys, don't worry, we have more coming out. So we have more that we're going to be doing. What? It's not rigged? You guys, it just runs. It just runs. Wow. You guys are mean to him. Okay. So look at this. Look at how that's thick. Triple C thick. Let's go to the top down view. Look at how thick. I mean, look at that heat sink on here. I mean, that thing is huge, right? Yeah, you are definitely not. You know what? Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to put that here. I may have to put this down here. Oh, actually, no, I've got two. No, I've only got one. I'm worried, though, that if I put this here. No, it should work. It should work. Okay, we may have to fix this later. We'll look, but I think we're going to be fine if we put it here. Okay, so we're putting this here. Yeah, that thing is definitely not going to fit at the top after this. Okay. And people are asking, what am I talking about? The concern is that when I'm doing this, guys, I'm curious, and we'll have to test this, if I may have to move this down here because my graphics card may not fit on top of this. So, Rem won, guys. And guys, don't worry, we still have 2 more giveaways to give away that'll be happening during the show. So Rem, let me whisper you real quick. Well, Rem, you know, I'll take care of you because I actually know who you are, so that's not as big of a deal. Let's get this on. Where is my piece here? Oh, and this is not gonna. Is this gonna come off? Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay. Whoopsie. Whoa. Where'd that go? When you lose a screw, that's the question. I actually think I'm gonna have to get an M.2 screw. So let's get this out of the way real quick. The second, that's actually, I'm going to look at that right now and see if they're both Gen 4, because if they are, I may just move the other one down here. That is a really good question. It does. Dude, Zorbsies, I agree. This motherboard does look ridiculous. This is my first time looking at this, so I should have basically taken a look. Yeah, losing screws is a bad idea. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm just putting this away real quick. Go back to this other camera. I am going to look at the manual, and it doesn't matter how many PCs. Anytime that you're working with new stuff, let me just recommend, don't be afraid to look at the manual. I'd rather look at the manual and confirm I'm right than just assume that I'm right and do it wrong, if you know what I'm saying. So that just is a kind of a smarter idea. So we're just getting this out of the way. Ooh, almost lost that screw. That would have been bad. Okay, we're going to take this out and just grab the manual real quick. I'm going to get this screw out of here. Get this up here. Okay. So this is all the stuff, and let's grab this manual, and then I'm going to see, because I'm assuming that they actually gave me, I was looking for M.2 screws. So we'll need this and this for sure. This is our cabling that we'll need a little bit later on. And then I need these. Looking for M.2 screws, RGB header. We'll just take all this stuff out. I'm going to leave the Wi-Fi in there. And by the way, if you do win the PC, obviously this also includes all this stuff that kind of comes with it, like all the little stickers and the manuals and all the extra stuff. We basically will put that stuff in as well. So I always put this down off to the side because we always fill this up with the excess stuff that we build over the course of the thing. Okay, so there we go. Let's take a look at this. That's a good question. Let me look at the M.2s here. M.2. I'm not afraid to look at M.2. M.2, 211. Because the question is that can I use both of those for it to be PCIe 4.0? For 2280, for 2242, 2280, M.2.1. Yes, the M.2 is purchased separately. It doesn't. It just shows it. So it doesn't look like it. Let me see if. Let me look at the. Oh, here we go. For 3rd gen, Ryzen M.2 supports the M.2.1 supports. Yes, it's only M.2.1. So only this one right here supports. Let's go to the top down. So only the top one actually supports the PCIe 4. So if I was to put this down here, this is the M.2 one. It says M.2.1 PCIe times 4, and then for 2nd gen, the M.2_1 does the M.2_2. Oh, no, sorry. Yes, they both do. Okay, my bad. So I'm actually going to move this down here. Okay. And just to be safe. So we're going to put this back. First, we're going to strip this off. So both of the M.2 slots do actually support PCIe 4. Well, let go. So now we know. And because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to get, I am 90% sure I'm not going to be able to get that other, what did I do with that other screw that I had here earlier? I put it over here somewhere. There it is. Now that I know that I'm not going to be able to get the graphics card, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to put the other M.2 right here. Oops, sorry about that, guys. I'm just letting you see what I'm doing here. Just starting the screw here. There we go. Thank you for all those following. Do you just follow to enter the giveaway? That is one way to get in on the PC giveaway. There's also following me on Twitter. Can we get a link to the Twitter one really good? And then again, if you want to see the specs for the PCs that I'm building, you can always do !spec. That'll give you a link to the Newegg wish list, which will give you the link to all the parts that we're putting in this PC that we'll be giving away later. When you miss the hole. There we go. So we're gonna put this one back on. We have to do the PC. We have to do these peels anyway, so I had to take this off regardless. Peel. I love the peel sound. Okay, let's get this other one in real quick. Yay, rank 5. Look at you guys right on. Yeah. And we have not done the word, but what we can do, let me ask you a question. Let's do a poll real quick. Blondie, would you mind running a poll? Or Narco, would you mind running a poll and asking people, would you rather do another Newegg gift card giveaway or a 3-month Game Pass giveaway? So, and let me know what actually comes out of that. Okay, we're just putting this back on real quick. There we go. There we go. So we're going to run a poll real quick. Thank you for all those follow, guys. Game Pass, people are saying Game Pass. Is Narco in the channel? Do we know? Narco there? Ooh. Again, guys, we still got some Newegg gift cards to give away. We still got the secret word to give out, which people are going to want. What speed? We got 3600 speed RAM for this. And then again, we're using that new PCIe 4 M.2 speed. So our M.2 is actually PCIe 4.0, which means that it's at 4 gigs, 4+ gigs per second, which is ridiculous. Okay, I need to move this. Actually, we have another one. We'll just use this one. They still have a, oh, really? Oh. I haven't got a chance. Can you DM me on Twitter a link to that, Hijinks? Where you got that info? That'd just be good to know. And I'll vote for it. Okay. Did we get a vote up? And guys, we're still working towards that 5 million. Oh, there we go. Okay, Newegg. So there it goes. Giveaway, what do you want? We got a total of 50 votes. Is that over? I don't know if it's over. If it's over, tell me yes. Yes. Okay. So Newegg gift card it is, guys. We'll give another Newegg gift card that I can oh, it's LTT. Okay, good. That's good to know. That's something I definitely true. Okay, here we go. Going in for this. Okay, here we go, guys. Another Newegg gift card. You got 2 minutes. This is for a $25 gift card. And then, guys, I will give you guys a link. It's all of my channel art is being updated. So there will actually be a link so you guys can buy things through and help support me more through buying as well. And don't forget, still trying to raise that money for me getting to Rainier. So if you would find it in your hearts to help me out there, that would be awesome. We have our current Ember leaders who, let's see, who is our current Ember? We got Footlong, Crimson, current Ember leaders, and then we'll get some other stuff too. If people want to see some other stuff in terms of like leaderboard stuff like that, please let me know. I think I'm gonna get a Spark one for sure, and then I'd like to do more on that. Whoa, this is having a problem with fitting in here. This is too wide. This is too wide to fit in here. This is like this. It's just that much too wide. And I'm wondering if, oh, never mind, maybe not. Yeah, it's just that much too wide. Okay, guys, luckily I went ahead, so I'm going to put this one away. And luckily I went ahead just because, and I got another one. So, and luckily this came in as well, so I'm going to use this other. We're still going to do an M.4. We're still going to do a PCIe 4 because I want to, but luckily I got another one. From Oris, so we're going to switch that one and we'll save this one for another build, and then I'll work with Newegg to update that. Okay, so this one is the Oris M.2, the NVMe Gen 4 SSD, so we're going to be putting this one in as well. This one in first. This is a 2 terabyte versus a 1 terabyte, so you're actually going to get a bit of a bigger M.2 out of this instead. So we're going to put this one in because I know this one's a bit thinner. So checking this bad boy out. Is it sealed? Okay, hold on. Sorry. Go to the other camera. I don't want to throw this out, but luckily they sent me this one to take a look at, and then I'm going to get this open here somehow. Just make sure this is not sealed in some weird way or anything like that. Okay. Come on. I have to look at, yeah, I'll probably do that maybe off camera. We'll talk a little bit about it because I'm not going to get the build done today. This is supposed to be multiple weeks of building. Come on. Okay, maybe I won't get this because I can't even get it out of the box. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. I feel really bad about that. Okay. Whew. Oh, that one's much thinner. Okay, so here we go. We got this is the Oris one, and I know they sent me this one, so we'll use this one. And again, this is another PCIe 4. M.2, I think they gave me at the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. We have this super fast. I think this will, I'm trying to decide if, let me look at this. This one has also got a super thick M.2 casing in here that you basically put this in like this. So this is all new, right? So this has also got a thermal casing for putting this together. Ooh. Whoa, that sounded good. Well, that wasn't anything big. And then this goes in like this, like here. And then that casing goes on top. But the question I have is, do I have the same problem that I had with the other one? I'm hoping that neither one of these, like, I don't know thermally. We'll have to test this, guys. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to test this. We're going to put this in normally. And then I'll test the thermals on it. And then if I need to, I'll add the heatsink later. So put this down here is what we're going to do, just to be safe. I mean, they all have the thermal stuff, but playing with these new boards, I just want to make sure that, like, I don't know if it's optional or not. Somebody claim it. Congratulations, Warrior Sax Guy. Looks like, let me see if I can find him. Warrior, can you whisper me real quick? And just whisper at me real quick so I can go in there. Yeah, you don't need to spam. Yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Wow, those are a lot. Those are some small, super small screws there. And I put my M.2 screws somewhere, and now I have to find them. What did I do with the M? Oh, there they are. Jeez, I'm blind. Okay, so we're going to put this down. Oops. Did he whisper? I'm guessing it'll probably be okay without the heatsink as well, but I want to test. I mean, these things have big, fatty heat sinks. And the thing about M.2 is that heat dissipation. But this has a heatsink as well. I mean, there is a heatsink for this as well. Don't get me wrong. It's on the bottom here with the thermal pad, so we'll see. And again, there's not going to be a card up against this, which would make this a little bit worse, but yeah. Yeah, they get pretty hot to the touch. But we're going to, I mean, we got a thermal pad and all that stuff that's built in with the motherboard. I'm just going to do the peel real quick. But I haven't looked into it enough to know if and if I need to, I will, of course, repair it and fix that. But this has got a thermal pad. Get that M.2 installed. There we go. Okay, M.2 is installed. Okay, we got our RAM, we got our M.2. Now we can actually, we're going to put this off to the side. I'll look at this a little bit later and see if I need to use this later on. I will find out. Put this in here and go from there. Okay, whoa. Well, I'm glad I got I had another one of these because I really wanted to use a Gen 4 M.2. I mean, a PCIe 4 M.2 in this build. So thank you to the Clutch Oris delivery. That was awesome. I was hoping to use that for another one, but I'll just save the Corsair one. So we got that. So you got your M.2 installed. And now we can start getting ready to actually put this thing in the PC. And then I'm looking for, so Warrior Sax Guy. Let me see here. Actually, hold on one second. Let me just whisper this guy real quick. One second, guys. Okay. We still got 3 months of Xbox Game Pass to give away as well. There we go. Okay, awesome. Now let's get ready to. So we've got motherboard is basically put together. Everything's ready to go here. Let's put these in here so we don't lose them. Let's grab this. Lose these. Boom. Okay, that is ready. And let's let's set this stuff aside, and we will start prepping the case. Okay, let's get this ready. Come on. Yeah, he's yelling at me off camera. Yeah, you'd be used to that normally, but he's not yelling at me off camera this time. Ugh. Normally he would be. Okay, time to prep the case. Another little super small screw. Just kind of fell out. Okay, so understanding what we do here for this, first thing we do when we basically prep this case is right here. Basically pull this part off. So there you go. That allows us to get to the screws that are holding the, wow, found like little screws everywhere. Those are all to that little parts. Okay, so I'm going to take out real quick in here one of these. Not that one. This one, there it is. So I'm taking out of the box the screw case because I won't need any of this other stuff right now. One of the things I really like about Phanteks, and especially their Evolve X, is just their thoughtfulness in terms of giving you a case to put stuff in. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I then am going to take this and unscrew at the front. There are 4 screws. These allow me to take off the side panels. And they're thumb screws, so sometimes you need to start them with a screwdriver. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. There we go. Okay, so that takes care of that. And then with that, we can now take these side panels off. And the other thing that's nice about being able to strip down a case like this, honestly, is just how much lighter it makes the case. I mean, you're talking about these temper panels. These add a lot of weight to the overall density of a case. There we go. Okay, so we got that off, and then lastly, in the very back here, we'll use our roaming camera real quick. So if you see these little, right here at the back, let's get this up so you guys can see that a little bit better. Hold on. Okay, whoa, oh, ow, that is not what I was looking for. There you go. All right, so those right here. Whoa, thank you for it looks like we got a sub. Tinyo2, thank you so much for the sub. You are entered to win in that awesome Stream Deck. You're entered to win the monthly giveaway of either a Elgato Stream Deck or 1 year of Xbox Game Pass. That is the sub giveaway for the month of July. So we undo these real quick. And these allow me to take the top off. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so we got the top off. Basically, the case is now stripped. So we're ready to go there. Let's go ahead and, while I'm here, remove this back fan, because again, we're going to be putting all of these, we're going to be putting ML140s for these fans. So with that there. So Admired Glue, you asked, what's the stream about? So the stream, this is a stream dedicated to PC building, tech news, and PC gaming. So most of what this is you'll be watching me build PCs over the course of a couple hours, once a week. And then you will also, thank you for, it looks like, I don't know if somebody else subscribed, it looked like somebody else just subscribed, but that is actually what's going on here. So those are a couple things. And then also you'll get to meet, it's a great place to ask questions about PC building. And there are PC giveaways. All the PCs that we build, we give away. And there's currently a giveaway happening right now. It's an Apex PC and I will show that off with the next stream. But there is a link that you can go to now, which, Blondie, would you mind linking? There it is. There's the link right there to go and enter in that giveaway. So guys, I'm going to show you, when we talk about this case specifically, there, I'll put this down a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. So when we talk about this case and cable management, it's one of those things that this case is ridiculous in terms of cable management. Check this out. So all of the cable management can be hidden behind these doors. Check that out. Look at that. So you have all of this thick room basically to hide all your cables. And then so when you basically are done, it's really easy for you to just hide all your stuff and not have it show. So because the back of the case is also tempered glass, you have a super clean look in both the front and the back, which is awesome. And it's a time saver. I still care a lot in terms of how it looks when I'm done. I still want it to look like I still take my time to make sure that these are all wrapped and clean. But in terms of just simplicity, just knowing that really you can do a pretty good job and then just basically pop these back on, and look at that, your cables, you'll hardly see anything. Okay, so next up, we're gonna switch to taking out these front fans real quick. Take this off. Let's take off some front fans here. And the main reason we're doing this is, like I said, we're going to be replacing all of these with ML140s. So just to get that RGB love, because everybody knows that RGB makes every PC faster. Don't you think? Not color, thank you for following. You just said this is dedicated. Here's my watching this one on my X. This is, yes, Red GTA 5. This is dedicated. Somebody asked what the channel's for. But yeah, that's what the show is. You can watch this. It's a show dedicated to these, but you can watch it on your Xbox. And we still have Xbox, we still play games. And I also, just so you know, am the director of player voice for Halo Infinite as well. So I work at 343. So I love console as well. Somebody asked what case this is. This is the Fantex Evolve X. So I think the case retails for $199 currently on Newegg. I think that's what it is, around the $200 mark. Absolutely phenomenal case. I love this case. This is probably my 4th build in this case alone. We'll have to switch it up. But given we built, so for those who don't know, and I can show you guys a little bit later when we get closer to the end of the stream, which is about half an hour away. For those who don't know, the PC that we built, we did a 50th anniversary edition build, and I'll show that here at the end, that we did for AMD, and that was also in this exact case. So just given that we had done enough AMD Radeon love already, we just wanted to kind of stick to, I just love this case. It's just a fun, easy case to build in. Okay, so we got our fans undone. Whoops. Switch here so you guys can see that. Open this up again. I'm going to look for our fan cables, which are right here, plugged in. And I love that nice little PC hub. I believe we are still doing a Corsair Commander Pro, just in case, because we're it's great because it's got, again, you've got quite a few PC fan headers, but it's the USB hub that actually is one of the reasons that we use that PC, that we use the Commander Pro so often in our builds, is just that additional USB 2 hub support that comes with that particular PC part. Okay, again, stripping that down. And again, we're always asking the questions. It's just right now it's falling in there. And again, guys, we're getting close to that 5 million. Can we get 5 million? We're trying to get the 5 million Spark limit here. So if you guys want to do that, donations to get to that 5 million, we're trying to get to those PC. Somebody asked, what does a PC like this cost? Core Gen, if you do exclamation point spec, you can actually see the whole thing up on Newegg. So it'll whisper you a link and show you all the stuff for Newegg. So it'll be right there. Yep, exclamation point spec. And then we have not announced a secret word yet. You got to stick around. I'll tell you what the secret word is here near the end of the show. Guys, it's about having you watch, making you guys fans. Thank you very much for that, Geo Burr 1989. Thank you for joining, for sponsoring. That is awesome. Again, guys, seeing if we can maybe raise $250 during this show for my Mount Rainier climb. If you have it in your heart to help with the Mount Rainier climb, you can just do that. If I get a link to the donate, just maybe do some donations. That would be so awesome. Help me get that Mount Rainier climb. I'll show some of the video from that on the next one. I'm still figuring out Streamlabs OBS. I seriously underestimated moving from Streamlabs to these are ML140s. Is that the right numbers? Did you learn something? I moved from XSplit to Streamlabs, and I underestimated what that would be like. So I apologize for not having it all together already. And guys, we're at 3.1 million, on our way to 5. Can we get to 10? All sorts of stuff going on. Okay, case is stripped. Now let's go to CamLink so you guys can basically see where we are. So case is stripped. We're going to go ahead and start. Right now, what we're going to do real quick is we're going to add our 140 fans here and our 140 fans here, so get those all in. And then from there, we'll put in our motherboard. Actually, let's go ahead and put our motherboard in now. So let's do that first, and then we'll put in our fans. We'll go to top down here. So, actually, sorry, I wasn't ready for that. Let's go to CamLink first. Man, I will tell you, Stream Deck makes streaming easy. Just being able to switch on the fly. Okay, now we go to top down. Look at that. Our clean, nice, good PC case. Now, cable manager, the other thing super nice about this, check this out. You can just slide these off to the side. So here's all your ports that you're used to for like your big cables that you're used to in terms of that sort of stuff. My mind just completely blanked on what they're called. For your big cables, and then you can, of course, just hide them very simply with this. Put our motherboard right here. Again, we don't need an I/O shield, so that should be nice and simple. So let's go ahead and get our motherboard ready. We just have our reference stuff ready to go here real quick. Oh, get this up. Okay, here we go. And just like this, make sure that this is not, there we go. Nice little, oh, feel that peel. Look at all those slots. Got that in. And of course we got one more right here. Okay, all the peels are done. And from here, just as simple as boom. And there we go. And there we go. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and get our motherboard done. Yeah, funny how quickly, yes, especially if you're a streamer. Yeah, that was a lot of I/O, wouldn't you say, Waffle? Yeah, that's a ton of stuff. 04G, thank you very much. I'm glad that you're enjoying the stream, man. Super important. All of you guys, thank you so much for being a part of this. Again, for donating those sparks. We're getting close to that 4 million. We're getting close to that 4 million mark. On our way to 5 million. So if we can get that 5 million before the end. We got We got 22 minutes left. We may go a little long. I'm having a good time. We may go a little long. We don't have to stop right in 22. But let's do another giveaway. We'll do another giveaway at 45 after. We'll give away that 3 months of Xbox Game Pass. And then, hey, if things are still going well, if we get 5 million, here's the deal. If we get 5 million sparks, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and add that last $25 Newegg gift card. I'll do one more Newegg gift card. So that'll be $75 that we'll have given away on this channel alone. And again, guys, helping me out with both that plus the PC building and everything else. And don't forget, can we get a link again? Don't forget to get in on that. Don't forget to get in on that on that PC giveaway that's happening right now over on at the Twitter, and we can get a link to that going on right now. And don't forget subs as well, guys. Subs and donos are always much appreciated. We got lots going on, trying to help me with the Rainier build, and then at the same time also trying to get some more of those sub giveaways to help support the channel so we can continue to do this awesome content. All of those things are part of making it so we can have awesome content. Do people have questions? Everybody's going in there? Thanks for all those follows, by the way. What are we at? Almost at 14,000 follows. Still crushing, like killing it through the follows. Thanks for all the support, guys. And then also that Newegg stuff as well. Thank you for all that, guys. We're getting close to that 4 million mark. 4 million coming up. We're still, while I'm screwing in a motherboard, you're giving me the sparks. Appreciate that. And then, of course, if you always have feedback, if there's anything that I can do in terms of making things a little bit better, let me know. I'm always trying to think of things that can help me do things better, and keep the show going, because I want you guys to enjoy this as well. So I'm sorry about not having the news this week. That was definitely not the intention. It is all prepped. I just made a mistake. Okay, I'm going to put this down a little bit so I can get to the further. I love the zoom out and the zoom out stuff that I have here with just being able to get to the okay, it looks like all the screws are in. No. There we go. And can you guys see pretty well? Like, it seems like you guys, in terms of all the camera angles and stuff like that, that also seems to be going well. Like, what do you guys think? Give me some feedback. What do you guys think of the show all up? Oh, we're at 4.3 million. 4.3 million. Do I do these often? Sync 220 asked how Sync H2O said, how often do these happen? These happen once a week. So these will happen once a week in terms of how often these will pop up. So this is a brand new show that'll be happening once a week. Follow me at Robey1Kenobi, which you'll have to do anyway for entering in on that prize. But the big thing about that is just so you guys will know also as well when this show happens on a consistent basis, so that way you guys can make sure that you tune in. And we'll have secret codes and all that sort of stuff, which will all be part of improving that. I am going to take this pink sticker off because it is ugly. There we go. Okay. It's all clean and on point, each camera. Awesome. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate the feedback. Okay, next up, so we've got that stuff done. Let us move on to putting in, let's put in fans. So we're going to put 3 ML140s in the front, and then we're going to put 1 ML140 in the back. So again, sucking air in, pushing air out is the plan. So let's grab some ML140 fans, of which I have them right here. So let's go and go to this so you guys can see a little bit of unboxing here. Got our unboxing here. We want to make sure that our product partners, like the guys who actually give us the parts like Corsair, and those guys get lots of love. Again, these are the Maglev 140s. Incredibly quiet fans. Addressable RGBs. Just really in terms of adding your case for Smexy, that's what it's all about. Again, this is not performance. You know what I mean? Like, again, you're going to pay more for these versus like what you would consider like a standard. Like here we have like Fantex, high static pressure fans. Again, these will do the job. Again, these are just a little bit quieter and a little bit prettier, and then you pay for them. These are about $100 a pop for 2 in this case. I think we saw a sub. I missed it. Oh, never mind. Dexterous Mean, thank you very much for the follow. For the sub. You were entered to win that amazing. You were entered to win that amazing August prize there, right there. If you're going to keep going on there. Okay. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it going. Get that up here. And we're in. Is Newegg still here? Are they still chilling? I haven't seen them in a while. And then Elgato is also, yes, Elgato is mad loving as well. I think they might have taken off. It was 2 hours is a long time to hang out in the show. But I appreciate all you guys being here. And we'll be doing it. We'll announce that. We'll announce that secret word here in just a few minutes. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the beauty. Look at the beauty on that. These fans. I love these fans. So there we go. Beautiful ML fan. Put that off to the side here. Let's go to our top down here. And again, this is going to go right like that. There we go. And my thing and this. They're ready. And then we are doing, which is something that we don't do all that often, but on this specific case, we're actually going to, normally we do like a 240 rad or a 280 rad, but this one we're going to be doing a full 360 rad. And I'm also excited because this rad also has a built-in LCD, which is awesome. Guys, we're getting there. Yeah, 4.8 million. Keep going. Yes, this case is, yeah. Oh, nice. Thank you very much. If you guys see that the P350X is on sale. Is that at Newegg, just so you know? Oh, dude, there's Newegg. Just making sure you're loving life. Everybody's happy, keeping things going. How do you know what size fan to use? So Broughton, again, bigger fan means more airflow. Yes, it can be dependent on case. Like for instance, in this case, you can do 140 or 120 in the back. You can do 140 or 120s in the front, and then you can do 140 or 120s in the top. Not all cases do that. Like I've had cases that only support 120s in the back. Cases that actually, like for instance, like there are some like Cooler Master that support like ridiculous like 480 or whatever that have special fans for the front. But the standard ones are between 140s and 120s. So yeah, that's how it goes in them. How do you manage static? So again, sitting on an anti-static mat. Actually, the floor is also anti-static. You guys don't see this, but my floor itself is actually a special covering for that as well. And then Nurks, there you go, Josh. Thank you for that sub. It's awesome that Josh also subs. So you have static covering on the floor as well. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I have for them. Oh, see you later, Rem. And again, guys, you're going to have to check out Rem. Rem is also going to be doing a PC building show here coming up pretty soon as well that you'll have to check out. And we're going to have Rem on the channel some more as we continue going. Okay, so let's get this in here. Oh, did we hit 5 million? Oh, 5 million! 5 million sparks. Can we get some 5 million spark hype in the channel right now? Can we get some 5 million spark hype in the channel? Touch something grounded? I have all sorts of stuff that's basically grounded, guys. So you don't have to worry about that. 5 million sparks. We're gonna 5 million hype again. I said with 5 million, we're gonna do a special Newegg gift card giveaway. So we'll get that going. So this is for Newegg. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is for Newegg. It's starting. You got 2 minutes. Get in there. 5 million spark hype. Now, I'll do something extra cool. If we get to 10 million, I'll find another giveaway, something like that. If we get to 10 million, I'm throwing it way out there. We'll see what happens if we can get to 10 million. I don't know. That seems like a stretch for probably another 20 minutes, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if you guys can make it going. And then also, Waxy Your Hunter, thank you so much for that Ember giveaway. That was incredible as well. Okay, what do we got? We got 2 fans in. And getting this other fan in real quick. There we go. Another fan, just getting all this stuff. It's like it's like adult Legos in a lot of ways, you know? It's just like it's just a lot of screws. Big show. Thank you so much for that subscription. Again, you are also entered into that sub giveaway for the month of July, which is either a Stream Deck or 1 year of Xbox Game Pass. Thank you so much for that. Come on, guys. Can we get thank you so much for all the support. You guys have been huge. And then how do you use the code for the new giveaway? Oxology, there is a exchange that'll happen between you and I, and then I will send you a link to my Newegg shopping thing where you can basically use all that. So that's basically where you're going to get all that. We got 22 seconds left on that giveaway. Make sure you're getting your entry in. You got to be following the channel to get those entries, guys. So make sure you're following the channel. That's got to be happening as well. Okay, let's get these other fans in real quick. So this is gonna, whoa, that one had like a, the back plate actually popped up. That's new. So we'll take this out. These are our lighting nodes. I always like to have spares of those. Put that in there. Key here is just to make sure those are nice and cleaned up. Awesome. There we go. Nice and cleaned up. Okay, next fan. This one's going to go right here, up in the front. We're going to do 3 back to back to back. Ooh. And congratulations to Chuck Bartowski. Wow, it's Chuck. That's awesome. Congratulations, man. That's incredible. Chuck Bartowski, who is from the show Chuck. That would be pretty incredible if it was actually, what's his name? Zach Levy, but I doubt it is. Oh, shush. It is not rigged. Okay, there you go. Awesome. So keep going, guys. I think it whispers, but I think it's for me to let people know who won. I don't know. That's at least that's how it's set up right now. Blondie, I may need some love, some help with terms of the secret password. that's the secret password on Nerd Talk. You wish that was the secret password. I think Newegg would say that I did not make the secret passwords easy. They are definitely not guessable. Let me think about this. Let's see. Let me make sure that these all. There we go. We'll do that secret word here in just a couple minutes. We'll get that out to you guys so you guys can get your chance. I'm using an AIO. Hijinks. We're using one of the new Asus ROG, the Asus ROG Ryzen 360, the one that actually has the actual LED panel on it, so you can actually put your own stuff. Which we're going to put a nice fancy AMD logo on that, which I think should look super rad. Yeah, and also just so you know, you guys can do exclamation point spec, and exclamation point spec will actually show you. Exclamation point spec will actually show you what specs are on all the parts and a Newegg wish list. And then, guys, when all of my channel graphics are updated, those take a little while to get done. We'll have a link so you guys can actually help support me by buying things through Newegg as well. So, okay, we got one ML fan in. We got 2 more to go. There we go. 2 more ML140 fans. Hey, Newegg, next time when I do this, I need to not get I don't know, we'll have to look at the price, but I need to just get individual ones because I have enough Lighting Node Pros to just do individual fans next time. So that's always something just worth thinking about moving forward. Yeah, make sure that you are following, and if you want to be entered again, we're going to show that link to that giveaway here shortly. The link for the giveaway is here coming up. So, and in order to be entered to giveaway, you get an entry not only for a secret word, but you'll also get an entry for following at WatchMixer, following at Newegg, and following at Robey1Kenobi on Twitter. So those are going to be all things that you want to check out. So that way you can keep up with all things Robeytech, all things tech in general, and then as well. So lots of good stuff and content that comes up on each one of those. Plus, those amazing, what is almost essentially monthly PC giveaways that are going to be happening on the shows. So there we go. Okay, let's get that. One thing we want to do is we definitely want to make sure we take the time. So I'm going to put that secret word up because I know it's something everybody wants to know. What was the secret word? So let me get that done here in just a second. Wow, we got a lot. Hold on, guys, we're getting there. One sec. I'm getting it. I'm going to post it because it's not easy. It's not an easy thing. Let me get it up here. Boom. Okay, see more. Is this it? No. Whoa. Just getting all the codes and stuff like that. Okay, so the secret word for the first one is where is it? I wrote them down. Okay, here we go. Here's the first. Okay, so I'm going to post it in. I'm going to put it up in as a word up on the screen. Let's see how we can do this. Okay, here we go. So here it is up on the screen on the top down. We're going to put this in here. So let me add a source. Text. Okay. And the text says this is the secret word for this one. Okay, done. Where is it? Transform, put in the center. Center on screen. Oh wow, that's super small. Let me edit it because you can't see it. Okay, here is the size of the font. Does it show up? Can you guys see that? No. How does this show? Oh, text. Here we go. There it is. This is the secret word. The secret word for this particular one. And this is an AMD grid. That is the secret word for this one. So make sure you go put that in. I'll leave that up while I continue installing fans. This is the secret word for this week. So make sure that you go and get that put in. Follow that giveaway link that is probably showing up right now. If you are curious, you can follow that giveaway link. And then with that giveaway link, you can go and put in that code. Yeah, that's your password, huh? Good luck, all. There it is. There's the password right there. Make sure that you want to go put that basically into that Gleam.io thing, and that's your thing for getting in there. Thank you for tuning in today. We're going to go a couple more minutes long. We're trying to get to that. Maybe we'll get to that 10 million. Maybe we'll do it with the next stream, but that is the stuff that's happening right now. We're going to stop when these fans are in because that's the right thing to do. We don't want to stop halfway through a project or task. Okay, almost got these fans in. And then next week when we pick up the show, we will install the AIO and continue our build here. Plus, we'll actually do the tech news this time. And we'll have updated channel graphics and a lot of other things going in there. There it is. Dude, Newegg! Can we get some Newegg hype? Look at Newegg coming in, moderating. Newegg is in moderating the channel. They're in there with the hot mods. Newegg's entered as well. Dude, big supporter of Newegg and what they do and their awesomeness for supporting my channel and the show. Why is this? Okay. There we go. There we go. Super appreciate all that they do for us. And then we have our last one, our last fan. You go in right here, down here at the bottom. Look at that. Look at all that cooling. So much air cooling, so much airflow. That's where the fun is. That's awesome, Orion. Appreciate that. And guys, like I said, I will put the link here later that you will need to next week. We'll have that all in there. So if you guys want to spend those gift cards, you can spend them and also support me at the same time, which is also awesome. Guys, last chance to get those giveaways in. We're gonna make this smaller now. Kind of get this off to the side. That is a magic word for this week. And then again, always open to DMs or stuff like that and anything that we can do to improve the show. Always trying to make this cool. I want to say thank you to the over 4,000 people total we have way more than that. I'll look at the analytics afterwards, but we had a ton of people tune in, which was amazing. I want to say thank you to all of you guys for that. The concurrents were almost 3,100 at one point in time, which was great. And thank you very much for the support for the Mount Rainier, for all the new subs as well. Welcome to the family. And then, of course, make sure that you go out and you get in on that giveaway. That's the last thing we want to do is make sure that you give these away. And again, every PC that we build, let me be clear, almost every PC that we build, we will be giving away. So definitely want to say that. You can check in there. Again, this is the AMD Ryzen Special Edition build that we're going to be doing. And also, that's a good point. That link just came up. If you want to join us and chat about PC parts, chat about all things PC, we're gonna wrap up the show here pretty quick. But you want to be up here and chat about all things PC and just be part of hanging out. Eternal, thank you for the sub. Make sure you join our Discord. My Discord right there. It's great times to come talk to me. That is another great place to come and have conversations about. What things are going on with PC builds, PC questions. So join my Discord. You can see the links showing up right there for Discord. You can do !point Discord and join me there. We talk about PC stuff. Also, just so you guys know, I stream every Monday, Thursday, and Friday as well for the Morning Mixer, which is a show that I do Mondays. Is Master Chief Mondays with Brendan. And then Thursday and Friday, I stream with Jez Corden. And Jez is a large part of, and that's just where we play games and hang out. I want to upgrade my 18 to 20 I'll probably barely make my money back on the new parts. Yeah, that is true, hijinks. And then just so you guys know in general, that's all the stuff that's basically going on here. Super appreciate everybody for being here today. We're going to keep going. We're going to do a little bit more. I wanted to take the last 10, 15 minutes and just open it up to questions. Again, just tell you a little bit about the show so people are just a little bit aware. Again, this is Robeytech. This will be a weekly show that'll be happening once a week. The show is dedicated to tech news, PC building, and PC gaming. The tech news part did not happen this week because I was dumb and didn't add the audio source. So we'll have some of that stuff going on as well. And then, again, every PC that we build, we give away. This particular PC is to celebrate the launch of AMD's new Ryzen 3rd Gen CPU. So this one includes the 3900x CPU and the new Ryzen 5700XT graphics card. So this is what this particular build is going to be themed out of. So these are both parts that are included in this build. This build will be giving away in the next couple months. We have a couple PCs to give away ahead of it. So we have many a PC. The PC we're giving away right now is Apex Legends. We'll show you a picture of that next week. I apologize for not having my tech stuff together. That was going in there. Somebody asked, can this run Oregon Trail? Absolutely. This can absolutely run Oregon Trail. But guys, questions as we basically chat through there. Is there anything that I can answer, anything that I can do to make your PC life a little bit better? I want to make sure I give you a little bit of code. Where do you put in the code EDOG? You can check out that giveaway link right there in the Gleam.io, and that'll show you where to go it. Okay, big show. I'm sure that'll get fixed, but thank you for letting us know. Any other questions that you guys have? I want to make sure that you guys get your chances to answer any PC questions. What's the answer to the CompTIA Network Plus exam? Yeah, nice. That I'm not going to have. When is the giveaway? The giveaway is, if you check the Gleam.io, the Gleam.io actually tells you when the giveaway actually happens. And then I gave away $75 of New gift cards on the show, plus a 3 months of Xbox Game Pass. What's up with PC builders? Giveaway set, 14 days left. That's right. When will you finish this build? Probably another 2 weeks. This build should be done in about 2 weeks. So there we go. And thank you, Crimson Scraff, for just subscribing. Again, sub giveaway for the month of July is either 1 year of Xbox Game Pass or a Stream Deck. So get in on that. We'll be announcing that winner on August 1st. Hype him up. Education, that's right. Nice work, Robey. Thank you very much, guys. Any other questions? I want to make sure that we give you guys some time just to make sure. I did a lot of talking, but I want to make sure that you guys. Was it fun? Did you have fun? Let me know. Blondie, can we need to fix what? I missed it. Okay. No water-cooled builds. Yes! Rogue Hunter, so I'm very excited about this. I actually got an MBX Mark II case, but I'm going to be raising money to put that is a it was a $2,000 case. We're going to be doing a custom water-cooled build in that case. But I'll be working to help raise money for the parts for that. That is going to be a showcase build, very much like this AMD build that we have back here. So that one will be one that we'll be keeping on this set. Orbital asked, raising money, where can I donate? there's a link right there. Thank you very much, Newegg, for the awesome sing, for the awesome show. And if you want to support, you can look at Space Dave, Orbital, he gave a link, or you can check down in the link in the images below. There should be, I'm just checking it. Yeah, down the link below, if you look at the images, it says, want to tip, support, you can tip. That you can click on that down there as well. I cannot wait till Gears 5 comes out as well, and we will definitely be playing in there. Yes, AP Switch, a $2,000 case, yes. And we are at 14,000 followers. Wow, 14,000 follower hype. Plus, we had, this has been absolutely incredible, guys. You guys have been so awesome. Azu, thank you very much for being first time on Mixer. Welcome to the channel. Sorry, I'm not looking at the looking at the thing. I'm looking at chat is right here. I will show you guys. Let's give you like a quick tour so you guys can kind of see things. This is what I see. So this is so there's a camera right there. So that's running on Camlink. It's a high-end 4K camera. I forgot what it is, Sony Alpha something or other. Then from there, this is actually what I'm looking at when I'm looking at you guys. So there you go. There's a chat right there. So people are just chatting so you can see what it is. Look at that infinite chat. And then over here, this is the stream setup. This is where all the streaming and all this stuff is going on there. One runs our bot, one's running streaming, and it's all running off of a PC that's basically down there. Sorry for the PC stuff. Now, over here, this is the table that I use. So this is actually our table. Again, the whole thing is actually height controlled. So I can actually control these to zoom in. So these are all height controlled. Again, we have anti-static mats here on the floor. And then this is all the PC parts. These are all the PC parts that we use to basically build on there. This is just some of them. I have some of them also in a closet, but these are all the kind of PC parts that we use in terms of having stuff for PC builds. And then right over here is just kind of the set. You can see I have like some stuff down here for like, here's the other parts that we're doing on this build. And then of course we've got our Radeon PC sitting back here, and then just, some other kind of boxes and stuff. And then I got our little Robeytech, because I'm a big fan of Robeytech, sitting back there in the back for Robeytech. I know some people have gone there. So yeah, that's kind of a little tour. That's what, we're talking about me looking around, that is the stuff I'm kind of looking at. Do you give away those PCs where you are live, or do you announce them? So we will be announcing the winners live, absolutely. So yeah, that's the stuff. Hey, what's up, Tom? How we doing? Thank you very much, Phantom. Yeah, I really wanted to make sure that this is my second. This right here is my second streaming setup. The one that I do Morning Mixer is actually in a different location, and that one is specifically set up for games. But we wanted to make sure we had a super nice setup with multiple cams, so you guys can basically have a really good viewing experience. Polar Dot, that is a very, very loaded question, because I don't know enough about what kind of PC you have. It just depends. And also what kind of games. If you're playing League of Legends or Solitaire, and it's running at a cool 900 million frames per second, I would say I don't really see a point in you upgrading. But if you're running like 4K games and you're hoping to do something like that, like Halo Infinite or something like that, then yeah, you may want to do an upgrade. Intel i7 8th Gen. Okay, so like an 8700K. What is up? PC specs. So if you want to see the PC specs for this particular PC, just do ! spec. So, guys, it's 2:07. I gave you guys about 10 minutes to basically ask any questions that you guys had. Here's the deal. I am back on Thursday morning with Jez Corden. I think we're going to be playing some Hearthstone. So you can check me out from 6 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. on Thursdays and Fridays. That's every Thursday and Friday right here at mixer.com/Robey1Kenobi. Next week's, I think the plan is, if everything goes well, this Robeytech show will be happening every week from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so we can get some European folks and some U.S. folks. 7 to 9, they'll be featured here on Mixer every week, 7 to 9, 2-hour show once a week, where you can come and get PC giveaways, all that sort of stuff. And then Mondays are Master Chief Mondays. That's every Monday. I'm stranding something Halo related as well. And then on top of that, we also have a amazing lore panel stream, which we're going to be doing 18 of. That'll be catching people up on everything Halo, from the lore all the way up until Halo Infinite launch. For those of you who don't know, my name is Robey1Kenobi. I'm a Mixer partner. I'm also the player voice, the head of player voice for 343 for Halo Infinite. But you can follow me at Robey1Kenobi on Twitter. Guys, we have much to do, much to improve. The show will only get better. I want to say thank you so much for hanging out, for tuning in, and we will see you guys in a couple days, actually. See you guys later. Bye.
to the air, but